Hey guys, it's Vornskyr here, and today we're back in Elite Dangerous for the first time in a fair bit longer than I meant it to be, if I'm honest. As always, it seems lately I've had a fair bit of stuff going on in real life, and as well as internet issues and all the rest of it. I'm not going to go into that. Anyway, it's been a while since I've played Elite, and so a few things have come up during that time. The first of which we just found out yesterday was the release dates for the beta of the ships update and the Horizons update. So the ships beta will be starting on, I believe, the 9th of November, which is, I think, like 2 days before Fallout 4 comes out, so that'll be interesting. And then, of course, Horizons is coming out, or at least the Horizons beta is coming out on the 24th of November. So those are a couple of dates to look forward to. What do we got in this system? I don't really care, actually. It's been discovered by stuff anyway. Alright, so yeah, so those are two pretty big dates to look forward to. The ships update should be pretty cool. Obviously, it's about ships. And according to today's newsletter, let's actually scoop a bit of fuel while I'm here. According to the newsletter update thing that came out today, we'll be flying the cutter, like the Imperial cutter, the Federal Corvette, and something called the Keelback as well. I think there's other ships as well. That's just a selection of them. I've got no idea what the Keelback is. Frontier may have announced that before. I mean, I haven't really been paying much attention to the Elite news over the last couple of weeks, so that might be something that I've just missed out on. It sounds cool. Obviously, the Cutter and the Corvette, I think they're both supposed to be pretty big ships, at least Anaconda size, maybe. I might be wrong about that. Anyway, we'll find out in a few days, I suppose. So yeah, that'll be really cool. And I guess this is leading on to the next thing that I want to talk about, which is what to do with my current exploration trip. Now, I know that people who've been watching for a while will know all about this. Basically, in my game at the moment, I've been heading out towards Sagittarius A, which is 25,000 light years away from civilized space in the center of the galaxy and all that. It's one of the big exploration goals for people. Now, it's been taking a huge amount of time for me to get out there. A number of reasons. I just don't have as much time to play, being a main one. And also, exploration, not the greatest game system, in my opinion. I think that's part of the problem of just, when I do have time to play, I'm not having a whole lot of motivation to jump in and do it. So I guess what I'm trying to figure out now is, let me just reset TrackIR a little bit, there we go. What I'm trying to figure out now is what I'm actually going to do, whether I complete my exploration journey or if I just turn around and go home. I mean, right now I'm about 7,000 light years away from civilized space, so it would be a lot faster for me to just turn around and head straight back, because the thing, of course, is once I get out to Sagittarius A, I've got to come all the way back as well. I mean, it's taken me this long. It's taken me months at this point just to make 7,000 light years. So it's going to take me a huge amount of time to, at least the way that I'm doing it at the moment, it's going to take a huge amount of time to finish off the trip. Of course, the reason I want to get back is A, we've got Horizons coming out in presumably December. If the beta's coming out in November, I mean late November, but still I would kind of expect Horizons to be out in December, especially because they've advertised it as being holiday 2015, not early 2016. I mean, it's entirely possible that things get pushed back and everything, but anyway. So I would like to have, my ship and everything back in civilized space by the time Horizons comes out. I don't care about it too much for the beta, but I definitely want it back by the time Horizons comes out. And the other thing is, I've been missing out on so much that's been going on. Like, you got all these community goals and all the rest of it that have been happening, and I don't even know how good the community goals have been, but it's because I haven't had a chance at all to play around with them. And I mean, obviously that's my own fault for coming out here and doing this, but it's kind of annoying, looking on the forums or whatever and seeing all this cool stuff going on and not being a part of it at all, and not being able to be a part of it until I get back. So I don't know. And then, like I was saying as well, the exploration mechanics, I've never been a big fan of them, the way they've been implemented in this game. I mean, it's kind of cool seeing all the different stuff that the procedural generation can come up with, but at the same time, what I'm doing now is exploration, basically. You're jumping between systems, you're scanning, you're super cruising, and then you're doing some more scanning. That's basically it. So, I don't know. it doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Especially once you when you get those really long spells of not finding anything interesting at all. It's a bit demotivational, I suppose. So yeah, I don't know. I suppose there's a couple of different things I could do. The first is I just turn around and head back home. The other alternative is to basically do my best to head out to Sagittarius A as quickly as possible, but not really record any of it, because recording, the way that I do my recording and everything, it does add a fair bit of time to the whole thing, because I've got to, you know, you've got the regular gameplay time and everything, and then you've got to spend the time editing it and uploading it and all the rest of it, and it does add a significant amount of time to just playing the game. So I don't know, maybe you guys can you know, chime in the comments or whatever, let me know what you're keen on. I kind of feel like I wouldn't say we've discovered everything there is to see, because that's obviously not true, but we've seen a lot of the interesting stuff already. We've seen black holes, we've seen neutron stars, we've seen Earth-likes. I've even discovered an Earth-like all for myself, assuming that hasn't been discovered by the time I get back. Yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Would you rather I keep on staying out here and exploring, or head back into civilized space and actually get back into the game, is what I'm trying to say. Personally, I think I'd probably prefer to head back, but at the same time, I really do want to actually get to Sagittarius A. It's just, I don't want to put in the time to get there, basically. Which isn't the great way of doing things, but that's the way it is sometimes, I guess. But yeah, so I'm not sure how much else there is to talk about, really. We've covered those two big dates, obviously looking forward to those. As well as yeah, the whole exploration thing. One thing I will mention as well is that another reason that I'd like to get back, and this is something I'll go into more detail on later, like not in this video, but in January I'll be having some fairly significant changes in my own personal life, because I'll be basically going back to university for 6 or 7 months, which is going to drastically cut back on the amount of time that I've got for YouTube and all the rest of it, basically. Like I said, I'll go into that in more detail. I'm probably going to do a channel update video in December, and I'll talk about that a bit more, but that's just another thing. So that's part of the reason videos have been a little bit few and far between lately. It's just organising all of that and you know, dealing with all that sort of thing. It does take a bit of time, as I'm sure most of you can understand. But yeah, I wonder what this is. I wonder how far away it is. Let's see. It's not that far away. Let's super cruise out here. That's an interesting looking star as well.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
And I will now proceed to spend the next few minutes in super cruise. I doubt it'll be anything interesting. It's probably just going to be a well, it's obviously gas giant. It'll probably either be ammonia based or water based, if anything. It could just be a class 1 or a class 2 or something. I don't know. I'm actually interested to see what all this stuff is worth when I get back to civilized space as well. Because obviously, I know that exploration was buffed a fair while ago, so all this stuff was worth a fair bit more. But I haven't really done any of this for such a long time. You know, I mean, generally when I'm handing in exploration data from just flying around between systems, it's only like one system and a quick scan of that system, so it's not worth anything. So at this point, I've got like hundreds of system scans and everything to hand in, some of which I'd imagine would be fairly valuable. So I am interested in seeing how many credits I get from this, and of course what my exploration rank goes up to, because I'm only surveyor at the moment. It'd be interesting in the stats as well, seeing like how many scans I've done and all that sort of thing, because you can see how many systems I've visited now, 872, but the number of scans and stuff won't update until I actually hand in the scans, I believe. So that level 2 and level 3 detailed scans, those numbers will probably jump up a bit. I've no idea how much, as well as the highest payout value. So it'll be something to have a look at, I suppose. But yeah, well, anyway, I'm just kind of rambling on at the moment, so I think I'll fly out to this gas giant and we'll see what it is, and then I'll probably call it there. So let's do that. Alright, there we go. So it's a gas giant with water-based life. So let's fly a little bit closer to this. We'll see what it looks like. Just a big brown ball, I would imagine. Let us see it. We might not even be able to see anything at all, actually. It looks like it might be pretty dark. Yeah, you can't see much of the detail or anything on that. That's a bit of a shame. Still, well, there we go. Another planet discovered. Like I said, no idea what it's actually worth, but it's cool. But yeah, so I think I will end this one here. So, like I said, let me know in the comments your thoughts on the whole exploration thing. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. There's no guarantee that I'll go with the majority vote or anything like that, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, so until next time, I've been Vornskyr. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.